All right, we are live. Welcome to Beastly Thoughts, episode 120 with Robbie and Beastly and Briar, and a whole shit ton to talk about. We got news coming out of our assholes at this point.
I'm trying to pull some out right now. It's
Right?
insane. It won't stop coming.
You wanna take a laxative or something, man. You wanna. All right, we are live. Welcome to Beastly Thoughts, episode. There we go. I had the video player running as well. So we got a lot to talk about. We got Game Club to talk about. Do we want to start off with Game Club, Beastly?
Yes, we do. I want to talk about Game Club.
What was the game of the week?
Banner Saga 2 on the Xbox One. It is a real-time strategy game, and it's a very beautiful game to look at, and that was what drew me in until I started playing the game. So I gave this game a good solid hour and a half of my life, and for those people out there who play this game and enjoy it, I can understand where you're at. I know it just takes a lot longer for me to get there. Mm-hmm. What I will say about this game is the presentation really turned me off. The game is beautifully hand-drawn. The characters and the slight animations that you see during like the cutscenes, if we can call them cutscenes, it'll be a character standing there in static motion, and then you'll see like their shoulder move a little bit or their hair will blow in the wind every now and then, and then go back. So it really harkens back to the old 80s tropes of the way cartoons were done. But the way that it was done was so lackluster for me, and it just was not exciting at all. It was really, really hard for me to get into the game. And then when I finally got into a real battle, it lasted about 35 minutes, and I lost. So I was like, holy crap.
Oh, dude, that's the worst.
And I'm like, this is the very first battle. Now, what really kind of turned me off about this game and made me not want to play it initially is it's very, very heavy in exposition in the very beginning of the game. There's a lot of menus, and it's a very, very convoluted menu screen. It's very, very hard for you to see everything you need to do. Everything's really small, so you don't know exactly what you need to do, how you're going to help your characters, what happens if you get injured. All these things are all there, and it looks like what I would consider a tabletop game is just so many things on the screen. And there are cutscenes that are heavy in exposition that show your character, whichever one of the two that you choose, standing there, talking to whoever they may be speaking to. But there is no voice acting. There's no background music at all. It's just you standing there reading a book, basically, at the bottom of the screen. It's not like you read 2 or 3 sentences and you go into the next thing. You're standing there clicking the A button for 7 minutes before you actually leave that conversation because it's so much.
Glad I played it then. Sounds fun.
Oh, God. Tell me about it. You're really reading. I told my wife, I said, I feel like I'm like reading The Lord of the Rings right now. It was so much going on, and then you just leave, and then you go to a little town, and then you buy an item or you sell an item, and then you see like a caravan, kind of reminiscent of the old Oregon Trail game. The map zooms back. You see these little tiny dots, which are you and your comrades on these ships on the ocean, just going really, really slow. And then you stop, and it says, okay, there's some wood in the middle of the lake. What are you going to do? Are you going to just ram through it? Are you going to have some of your guys get out and push it out of the way? And the game proceeds that way. And I made a poor decision on that portion of the game, and 20 of my guys had a mutiny on the ship and left. I was like, what's happening? Oh, shit. And then I had to read for like another 5 more minutes before I finally got to the real-time strategy aspect of the game, which I really still don't quite understand because I was doing what I thought I was supposed to be doing, but I just noticed all my characters slowly fall to the ground and not get up as these big black behemoth enemies continue to swarm around the remaining team until we were surrounded and fucked. So for the most part, this game, I could see it being really good if you only have this game, or if it's one of the few games that you have that you can invest a lot of time into, that you can learn all these menus and understand exactly the intricacies that goes into the way this game is played. But if you got another game, any game, it's going to be a lot harder for you to invest all that time into the Banner Saga series unless you're really.
Can I ask you a question, Beastly? Did you only play one battle?
That was all I could do, Briar. I
didn't
want to read another book.
I got you.
I didn't want to read another book, and I didn't want another 30 to 40 minute battle where I could possibly lose and not really understand what I'm doing wrong.
I got you.
So it was just one of those situations. I was like, man, I know this is a Game Club game, and I want to know if you guys actually played this game because maybe I was doing something wrong. I'm a gamer. I'm here to learn. So if maybe I was doing something wrong, maybe you guys can let me know in the comments if you played Banner Saga 2. If I maybe went about it the wrong way, maybe I should have just stayed there and read more or not tried to get to the fights and get to the exciting aspect of the game. But for what I did play, it just did not grab my attention. I'm not saying that I won't go back to the game because I do like that the way that the hand-drawn animation works. It really feels like you're watching one of those old cartoons from our era, Briar, way before The Land Before Time with Robbie. It definitely, I hit it right on the head too. Land Before Time.
Yep, I did watch that.
As of right now, I stepped away from it, and just let me know what you guys think in the comments about this game for the game.
That's too bad, man. I didn't get a chance to play it this week. I was just too fucking busy, right?
Me neither.
This week started off with nice relaxed Monday. I started working on a new Starter to Keep It video for the channel. And then all of a sudden, Game Informer comes out with a news info explosion about Destiny Rise of Iron. And I've basically been just concentrating on that for the rest of the week. So I completely passed up on Banner Saga 2, which I'm really disappointed that you didn't like it because I really liked the first one. But I will say this. A lot of your complaints do ring true for me because there was a lot of, okay, I'm sitting around reading a whole ton of text, not playing a video game right now in the first one. So it's a little disappointing they didn't fix that for the second one. I think, though, if you're into that kind of thing, people do really enjoy that sort of thing. But, you know, when you're a busy guy and you got a lot of stuff to do, it can be a little frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm not used to that much reading and that much exposition in any game. But see, the thing is, I don't know anything about the Banner Saga. I didn't know what it was in the past.
Right. And
so when I went into it, I was like, I've played Final Fantasy Tactics before. I've played these kind of games before. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get in there. It's going to be a little introduction to the characters and the story. Then I'm going to start whooping ass. And then it was like 45 minutes later, and I was still reading the book. And I was like, Jesus Christ, am I going to be able to fight someone? And I was so eager to finally get into a fight. And then I did that fight and got my ass handily whooped. And after that, I was like,
there's a lot of strategy involved in that game. Like you have to, like you said, the battles do last a very long time, especially as you get later in the game. I didn't play the second one, so these views and opinions are coming from the first one, but they take a long time and they are pretty strategic. Once you learn the systems, they get a little easier. Once you level up your characters, they get a little easier. But yeah, I mean, it's a significant time investment. I did like the battle system used in the first one. I'm wondering how much it changed in the second one. All right, so should we move?
If I get a chance to, if I get a chance to read another book, I'll read the first one.
Right.
I'll let you know.
Got 80 hours to invest.
Yeah,
you ever have a 200-hour 80 game. Hours hanging around? Banner Saga.
Give it a shot.
So, other than the Game Club game of the week that we didn't play, what else have you guys been playing this week?
I'll go first. I've been playing a ton of, guess what, Destiny. I got to be honest with you, I'm still in love with this game, and I'm so excited about Rise of Iron at this point and all the news. We're going to talk about the news later, so I won't get into it now. But just going absolutely nuts, like diving into all the news that's coming up. And then deep, while I'm actually like talking and like thinking about that news and like kind of figuring out what all this means, it's got me excited to just go and play again, right? So I go in and I play. Been playing a ton of Trials of Osiris over the weekend. That's been blast. Been playing with Team Fun and just, ranking up. It's definitely time to start edging up my characters, getting ready for Rise of Iron, because I got some... I don't know if I'm really allowed to share this yet, but we got a pretty exciting thing to do for the Rise of Iron raid 3 days after it releases. I think it's going to be pretty major. We're going to go for a world's first attempt, obviously, but we've got kind of a hybrid team that's going to be really fun to watch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it should be pretty cool. A lot of you guys will know him from other things.
Well,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've kind of fallen away from Destiny, but I got to say there's a particular Twitch streamer that's pulling me back into it because he has such a magnetic personality. And
you're talking about Bro Man, aren't you? He's great. Yeah,
he totally is. Watching your stream, Briar, has really reignited the fire for me, at least for now. For Destiny, I'm really excited, about the new DLC coming. Watching you play it and actually learning some of the things I never knew before by watching has really been very, very rewarding for me as a gamer. And I honestly can't wait now. But I gotta say, I'm not really big on watching people stream. But whenever I watch you stream, I'm just like a kid watching a celebrity.
It's addictive, man. It's like before you start watching streaming, right? Before you start watching streaming, you think, wait, people are watching other people play video games instead of just playing themselves.
Why would they do that?
I don't even understand that. And then you start doing it, and you're like, oh, now I get it. This is actually pretty entertaining. Either they're playing a game that you don't have money to buy, or you don't have time to play, or you're at work, or you're somewhere where you don't have access to your console or to your PC, or you just kind of get to be friends with the streamer and you just want to hang out. Like it's really becomes more of a relationship than like. I think what it is, BC. I think oldsters like us are used to consuming content by people that we have no idea who they are, right? Is we'll watch the news. We're gonna never meet the newscasters. We watch, I'm trying to think of the Wonder Years. We're never gonna meet Fred Savage, right?
Fred Savage, yeah.
But on Twitch, you're interacting with the thing as it's going along. You're interacting with the streamer. It's very addictive.
It's awesome, man, and I'll never stop watching now because I told Kate we were watching you yesterday. I said this is why people stick around. It's not because of the game necessarily. Briar is just such an engaging person. He's like a big fucking magnet pulling planets towards him in the solar system. I think it's true, man. But before we get started with our news for the week, I did want to mention the game that we will be playing for this week's.
Right. I promise to play it too.
All right.
We're gonna play this. Yeah.
We're gonna go back over to the PlayStation side. We are gonna play one of the games for this month's PlayStation Plus. We're gonna give Rebel Galaxy a shot on PlayStation 4.
Man, I am hyped about. Wait, what?
Hold on, that's not the game coming out this week. What?
Yes, it is. Rebel Galaxy and Tricky Towers on PS4.
Tricky.
Huh? Hold on.
I feel like there's one more.
I feel like there's some other game that people are really looking forward to.
If you guys don't want to do the PlayStation Plus shit, we can play No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky!
That's it, yeah.
As featured on YouPorn.
Yes.
This game is so sexy they put it on YouPorn.
That's some real shit right there too, man. God damn. So we'll be playing some No Man's Sky this week. You guys look forward to that. And if you guys can play it, definitely do that and get back with us next week in the comments and let us know how you like No Man's Sky. Is it, the dream that we've all been dreaming, or is it a waking nightmare? We'll only know after we play it. What do you guys think? You guys think it's going to be as good as you're hoping it's going to be? Or are you leaving the door open for...
I think No Man's Sky is going to be a great game. I think it is. I don't know if it's going to be an amazing one, though. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think I'm going to spend a lot of time playing it. I don't think this is the end-all, be-all game, though.
I think I'm going to play this game for a week and have a blast with it for a week, and then I'm going to drop it like a bad habit.
Like
a bag of dicks, just drop it down.
I'm going to, from everything I've seen about this game, I'm going to get really, really involved in whatever little clues to story there are, exploring the galaxy, upgrading my ship. I'm going to get to the center of the galaxy. I'll be like, boom, game tape finished, moving on.
No, there'll be so much more.
Yeah, come on.
Hours to get to the center of the galaxy, though.
What's that?
So.
That's what's going to happen. Briar's going to go. He's going to say, fuck getting to the center of the galaxy. I want to go about 3 planets closer, get a little bit of experience, and call it a damn day.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope I'm surprised. I hope that it becomes an obsessive thing for me. I can't wait to get back into No Man's Sky. But from what I've seen of it, it looks like technology that I really want that tech to be adopted into more interesting games.
Yeah, honestly, I 100% agree. I said this right when they announced this game and they announced the technology behind this ever-expanding galaxy, that the technology behind it is going to be used in a way that's going to really change the game. What they've done here, I guess, is kind of like the first idea that you can think of when it comes to this kind of technology. When they really nail down what this is made for, the kind of game that this technology is really going to really blossom into, that's what's going to really be exciting about the technology.
No Man's Sky 2.
So I can't.
Great.
Well, I want them to introduce parties. I want to be able to play with my friends. To me, that's what's going to make this thing even more special. Once I figure that out, it's going to be exciting. And in our first little bit of news, it is No Man's Sky news for the people who are going to be buying the game this week. No PlayStation Plus subscription will be required to play No Man's Sky at all. So
what? That was last week's news.
Yeah.
Hey, you put it there, man.
No, I didn't. Did you not see the news?
It's still there from last week.
Yeah, Robbie. Where's our news start this week? Damn it, Robbie.
It's posted. Do you not see it?
No, I don't see it.
Maybe you should put a little date header on the top of it.
You tell me the first story. That's how you do it. You do the first story.
I'm going to read off the news since I'm apparently the only one that can see it.
I can't see it.
All right.
I'm black. I can't read.
Oh. All right, let's get into it. Jesus, this is already off the rails.
Baby, bring me my chicken.
Oh, no. All right, guys. Hello Games has already finished work on the first patch for No Man's Sky, and it will not be a patch centered around fixing bugs as previously expected. The patch will include lots of new features, balancing, and content, according to Sean Murray. It will be live as soon as No Man's Sky is available on PS4 and PC.
So the day one patch is going to add content to the game.
Yeah, even
to the game that we've seen on YouPorn. Can I explain the YouPorn thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so this guy got an early copy of No Man's Sky, right? And he played through it. He got all the way to the center of the galaxy. He kind of cheesed it a little bit. He used like one really valuable mineral, mined the shit out of it to upgrade everything that he needed to upgrade, and got himself to the center of the galaxy and basically, quote unquote, beat the game. He did it in 30 hours, and he posted a ton of the footage on YouPorn because you can't. Obviously, Hello Games didn't want that posted everywhere. So you couldn't post it on Twitch. You couldn't post it on YouTube. You couldn't post it on Daily Motion, like any of the normal places you post video like that. So he put it on YouPorn, and YouPorn...
it's classified as porn. Yeah,
YouPorn just let that go. So you can still actually watch the game on YouPorn. Just clear your browser afterward, you know what I'm saying?
And don't get distracted by the things on the side.
Right, I know. I've gone like 5 times to check out the footage, and for some reason I've never watched it.
I'm like, oh, what's
keep
this?
Getting distracted. Not a sponsor.
Yeah, we're not going to show it on stream. You'd have to blur it out.
You can't really show your friends and family what this game looks like either. Like I can't really tell my wife, say, babe, you want to see No Man's Sky is ending? She goes, sure. She comes to sit down at the computer.
Let's just say it's got a very happy ending.
Balls on your face.
Now, Robbie, I looked at our notes. They're totally not here. Okay, I don't know what you've been drinking up there in Canada. The last bit of news that we got was the last bit of news that I read last week. What the hell is happening?
Drinking that.
Okay,
Molson,
let me try
man.
reposting it.
It's all over that. Molson.
Yeah, man.
Molson Triple X up there.
I knew something was going wrong when Robbie started drinking on the show. Shit.
Did you scroll like all the way to the bottom though?
All right, so I'm going to talk about Destiny news while we're waiting for this to happen. Destiny.
Sorry.
Game Informer released a ton of new info about Destiny. I've talked about it a ton on my channel. So for like the details, for the nitty gritty, I'm going to actually ask people to go over to my YouTube channel and watch those videos because I got a ton of information. I've actually got more videos coming out about it. But 3 major points I want to talk about. We heard about a new game mode called Archon Forge. It's going to be like a kind of a cross between Prison of Elders and the Court of Oryx, where it's a wave-based game mode. You go in there, it's got like 5 minute battles. You go in, you get your loot, you get out. It's like a little horde mode kind of thing. That's brand new. That's going to be in the Plaguelands, the new patrollable area that's being introduced with Rise of Iron. Next, we're getting ornaments. So a lot of people have complained in Destiny's past days that there's not enough customization in Destiny. With ornaments, the new ornament system being announced, you're going to be able to not only change the color of your exotic weapons, your armor, basically any collectibles that you have, you're actually going to be able to change the geometry of those things. So if you got like a Monte Carlo or something, you'll be able to change the geometry of that in set patterns, like set patterns that Destiny kind of releases. But that's a really cool thing. And some of those ornaments will only be available if you like go to the lighthouse or you specifically complete challenges that can give you those ornaments. So some of them are going to be very difficult to get, very rare, and therefore very valuable. And I think that's very cool, man. I think especially changing up our exotic weapons, especially the ones that have been around since the launch of Destiny, you know, that'll be big. The last thing I want to talk about was the new artifact system. Artifacts in Destiny were introduced in year 2, and they're basically just another thing that you had to collect, but didn't really do much, right?
But now
there's going to be 8 or 9 of these new artifacts, and they're going to fundamentally change the abilities of your Guardian, independent of which subclass you are. So things like losing your super, but getting extra grenades and extra melees, being able to reflect rockets back at people who shot them to you, or energy beams back at people who shot them at you. Even supers, like so somebody throws a Nova Bomb at you, you can use your sword to reflect it if you have the right artifact on. Like all sorts of cool shit. Getting rid of the sprint cooldown, negating thorn burn, so damage over time, lessening the effect of damage over time. Like big changes to the game. You're going to be able to make these changes just based on what artifact you're carrying, and these things are going to be available through quest lines. It'll take 8 weeks or more to get them all, but you know, Destiny players are pretty committed to these kind of things. I think they'll get them all. I think Pokemon guys are obsessed. Destiny guys, they want to catch them all too. So I mean, it's not only are we getting brand new content with Rise of Iron, but they're fundamentally changing a lot of the systems that are in there to really make it like more customizable and more engaging, and give you more of a feel that this is my Guardian. This is how I like to play my Guardian, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Let me just say, it's been a long time since we got some super exciting Destiny news like that.
Yeah.
Of course, Rise of Iron's around the corner. We everybody's waiting on that. But damn, I didn't know they were fundamentally changing the way the game was played, and giving everyone the ability to kind of make the world your own, make your character your own. That's really, really awesome.
Oh man.
Wow. Super exciting.
You guys see in the chat right now, everyone's making Back to the Future references with density. Oh, I remember that.
All right, so getting started with our news. Hello Games has already finished work on the first patch for No Man's Sky, and it will not be a patch.
Wow, we just literally talked about that.
What?
You see the news?
What's in this?
I'm like, am I having deja vu right now, or am I fucking clairvoyant? Because I swear to God, I know exactly what this story is about.
They said Back to the
I think I know exactly what we're going to say in this story.
We got all this damn No Man's Sky shit. Now we're on the next bit of No Man's Sky news. All right. No Man's Sky servers will be wiped before release for those who have an early copy of the game. This way, everything can be rediscovered for those who are playing the game after its release.
Yeah.
Those early copies of the game, those are the ones that went out, what, illegally? Were they sent out illegally? How did people get early copies of the game?
I'm not sure.
Paid ridiculous amounts for them. Yeah.
Testing copies?
Street date broken.
All right, well, that makes a lot of sense. You don't want to start the game and 5 minutes later you see like a level 20 character walk up to you and just smack you in the face or some shit. So that'll work. Outlast 2 has been delayed to Q1 2017. Damn it!
And the world remains just a little bit safer for a little bit longer.
No, Brian, I've been excited about Outlast, right? You'll never play Outlast.
Dude, I played the first one for about 2 hours, and I literally started to have like heart palpitations. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
It was a stressful game, man.
Yeah,
it really
scary as hell, man.
Scary as shit.
Just live stream it once. Just do it one time.
You have
just one day when you have. Please, everyone on Earth will watch that. You know, I always hear how the boogeyman always scares you, and to actually see that live on Twitch, I'd pay money to do. So please,
man,
please.
I don't know, man. It's seriously stressful. I don't like.
You see how you
don't like horror
games.
I do not like horror games. I am not looking forward to the future of virtual reality horror games. Like that is just a step beyond. Man,
I can't wait.
Have you guys played horror VR?
No.
I have, and it's next level terrifying. I can't do it. Like it's scary.
I lived in the ghetto when I was a kid, and that was as close to it as possible.
Right. It's just like regular horror, but you're in it. Like it's horrible. It's so scary.
No,
I can't play it for like 15 minutes, and I'm just like, I'm done. I can't do this. And I'm good with horror games.
It's
I would stay in there. the whole time. Man, that's going to be great. Oh, I can't wait.
That's
Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15 is getting a season pass for $30. It will come with 6 main pieces of downloadable content. And this game has only been in development for 200 years. But I can't wait for this game. I'm actually excited about it. It seems like it's getting closer and closer to a possible release. It is being released. What month is it?
September 30th is when it comes out.
September 30th.
It's finally coming out.
My God, I'm excited about this game. Are you guys going to give this game a try, you think?
It looks awesome.
What was the name of it again? I completely missed the name of it. What was the name of it?
Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, yeah, no.
The game has been in development since we were 15.
Right?
And the thing is, they started making the game when we were 15.
That's a long fucking time.
That's where the title came from.
Inside has been announced for the PlayStation 4 with a release date of August 23rd. Now, this is the Xbox One game, right?
Oh, this game is amazing. I think everyone needs to play Inside. Like, you cannot have this.
Is this the follow-up to
Limbo?
Limbo, okay.
Yep, same developers.
Yeah, I haven't played this yet. I definitely want to check it out.
Amazing game, guys. Like, I think everyone needs to play it. It really is phenomenal. It'll shock you. It really will. I'm not going to say anything more.
Is there any news on whether or not the PlayStation 4 version will get any extra content? Because to me, that would be the deciding factor on which version I get. Because if it's going to be the same games on the Xbox One, I'll go ahead and grab the Xbox One version now.
Yeah, it's not getting more content. Please buy this game, though. It's so good.
What is it about? I've heard a lot about this game in the news media recently, but I have no clue what it's about. I don't even think I've seen any trailers or pictures of what the game is.
That's like Limbo on steroids, but you really don't want anybody. It's a short game, Beastly. You don't really want anybody spoiling it for you.
You don't want to know anything about it going in.
Okay.
Trust me.
Wow. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, even when you play the game, it doesn't explain anything to you, to be honest.
I have heard a lot of people say, even people who loved it, say, a little steep on the pricing compared to how long you're actually playing this game for, and there's not a whole lot of replayability there, so you may want to wait for a sale on this one.
No, I think it's worth it. I think it's such a good game. I think $20 is good.
It's a $20 game, and it might not be worth $20. It's that short. Wow.
No, don't judge it based on its length. It's such a good experience, man.
That's probably what the girls tell you, but the women I know like it when it's longer. All right,
with Robbie.
Look, I would like I'm just saying.
I didn't know who you were going with, Brian. I didn't know who you were going with.
That's the worst.
That was fucking stupid.
Trying to justify it. Trust me, the length will not bother you. It's an amazing game. And it's worth it. Shut up. I'm not talking about dicks.
You're making it worse, Robbie. The length will not bother you.
I'm talking about length and price.
I'm telling you now.
That marks the 119th episode that we've discussed dicks on this podcast.
120th, actually.
Now, Robbie, to get a surefire date in probably 5 minutes, go up to a girl and start describing this game to her. And I guess you'll leave with a phone number. You'll leave with a phone number, and she'll buy the condoms. It sounds really exciting to me. You know, when you say the length will not bother you, a woman really will like to hear that. All right, so on to the Nintendo NX news. New rumors on the Nintendo NX this week suggest the console will have multiple Pokemon and Mario titles, as well as The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild within 6 months of the console launch.
I'll believe that shit when I hear it.
Yeah. Additionally, third-party publishers like Activision, Ubisoft, Square Enix, Warner Brothers, and Sega are already creating third-party titles for the NX. That's great fucking news. Hopefully they don't make one game and run away.
Right, like they did for the Wii U and the Wii and the GameCube.
The Wii U to me.
Oh, man. You know, I just did a video about that today. Last night. Nintendo NX, what they need, in my opinion, more so than anything, is third-party support. If they get that, I know a lot of people are thinking, well, you know, we got Blu-ray-based games now. It's going to be really hard to port that over to a cartridge. But if you look at what we have as far as technology now, we got games like Mortal Kombat X on Blu-ray, on PlayStation 3, that got ported over to the PlayStation Vita. We got games like Street Fighter 4 getting ported to the 3DS. We got games like Borderlands 2 ported to the Vita.
Street Fighter 4 is on the 3DS?
Say what?
Street Fighter 4 is on the 3DS? I didn't know that.
Yes, yep. And it's awesome. It's amazing. It's the same game that you play on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 with the added bonus of a first-person mode. You can actually play the game in first-person mode in 3D. So they went through a lot to port that game and add new features. What I'm saying is a lot of people think that because the NX is cartridge-based, they're going to have major issues porting games, but the cartridges of now, the cartridges that are being created and crafted for this console are going to be far superior to what we've seen in the past as far as capacity and capability. I would surmise.
It'd be like super fast SD cards with Nintendo shrouding over them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that we have a good possibility of seeing some amazing things on this console, and with the power supposedly being between the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3. That's exciting to me.
I'm looking forward to this thing coming out, man. I really am.
Yeah.
Now, out of these third-party developers, what are you guys excited for the most? Now we got Square Enix, Ubisoft, Activision, Sega.
Who makes Zelda?
Nintendo.
Oh, okay. So that's not third. Who makes Mario?
It's like, what? That's also first party.
Oh shit. Metroid.
That's all he cares about.
First party.
Fuck.
Yeah, but
man,
Brian, that's
Pokemon.
That's what you're saying.
It's also first party, Briar.
Shit.
What you're saying is true, but I mean, if you look at the past, that's all they've had as well. You know, on the Wii U, they got all those games and it just didn't do well. They're going to need
better
that.
or worse, they've had.
It's going to be for better.
I can't even speculate as to what third-party games I'm going to be excited about, because it's not going to be a port kind of thing. They can't port games over to this, can they? Unless they're porting over like PS3 or really early PS4 or Xbox One games.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, that means Destiny would be able to work on it because if it's
not coming. No way.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
I mean, Destiny is on PS3, and this thing is supposedly
between the power dropped the PS3 with Rise Iron.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, but this is more powerful. I mean, it's a possibility. I'm not going to just
I think
say
it's not even a possibility.
No.
Destiny's going to be moving upward to the new consoles next year. You know, they're gonna have those in mind, not Nintendo's, weaker console that who knows if it's even online. You know, you need an online connection to play Destiny. If this thing's going to be portable, who knows if it's even going to be connected to the internet.
Now, this is a really telling thing, guys, for the future of what this NX is going to be, right? This thing isn't even out yet. It's not coming out until next year. And we're already talking about how it's so underpowered compared to what's available now.
But it's a portable. It's a portable.
It is. For portable,
it changes the game. It changes the game to me. I'm excited for this game because I'm looking forward to playing first-party games, obviously, plus the virtual console. And the virtual console, I buy the copy of a game once on a virtual console, and I get to play it on a portable system or on the TV.
Home console, yeah.
Yeah, and that's been kind of my request out of Nintendo going forward. Right now, unless it's changed since I've looked into this, you had to buy a copy of a game for the Wii U and another copy for your 3DS. If you wanted to play Castlevania, an old-ass game, you're buying it in both places to play it on your TV or on the go.
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks, right? So this solves that problem for me, and I really like playing those old games. I especially like playing them on portable systems. Like, if I'm watching TV, if I'm watching, like, a movie with my wife or something on the couch, maybe I'm not 100% invested in this movie. I'm just saying. It's nice to be able to reach over, grab a little Mario, and, Mario it up.
Grab yourself into Mario's pants.
Yeah. Like, I'd love to see Mario Maker come to this thing. Like, this is really exciting to me. I'd love to see some of the franchises come to this thing. And having like console power in the portable is really, really cool.
At this point, I think that Nintendo's in a really good position because, as you guys are seeing and saying it, this is what we see as a portable console coming soon. It's going to be a handheld console primarily, with the ability to play on your TV. And it's going to be something more powerful than the PlayStation. Come on, man. A PS3 in the palm of your hand. Can you imagine how exciting that would have been?
Yeah, imagine if Sony did that and made it like
I know,
kind of rounded on the corners with like clear buttons. Oh, but Sony has this problem where they make these consoles so fucking super thin that it's like putting your hands in like an Iron Maiden for like 2 weeks trying to play a game on this thing. But if they could make it
What?
Oh man, Brian!
I just hate the PS Vita. I hate that PS Vita, man. Like, it's so close to being awesome.
Now, this is not a part of our news. I'm surprised we probably didn't catch it. But I will say to everybody, because I've actually gone on and done this on my Vita. I haven't done it on my PlayStation TV, but they have released a new exploit or a jailbreak for the PlayStation Vita that does not allow it to play
heard about
jailbroken
this.
games. It does not allow it to play, like, you can't go online and download Vita games and play it. It's called Henkaku. And if you go to the Henkaku website and you click the install button on the website, it jailbreaks your Vita.
Henkaku.
Temporarily. Yes. It jailbreaks your Vita temporarily until you turn it off. When you turn it off, it's not jailbroken anymore. The only thing this thing allows your Vita to do is you're able to install emulators on it. And I've installed tons of emulators on mine at this point. I put Game Boy Advance on there, Super Nintendo, all this old stuff. And on PlayStation Vita TV, the Henkaku exploit also works, and it allows you to access every Vita game you own on the PlayStation TV instead of just the ones that have been whitelisted by Sony. So games like Uncharted, Golden Abyss will now work on your PlayStation TV, even though Sony didn't whitelist it before. I've tried this thing. I didn't see any issue with doing it because it's not like you're doing it so you can, steal games from Sony or play games that, you can download actual Vita games. It doesn't work that way. It just allows you to put, like, someone actually created, it's called Vita Doom, like a version of Doom crafted by someone in a homebrew for the Vita. And old PSP emulators work on it as well, like Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance. And they all seem to work pretty damn well. I was really shocked to play Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario All-Stars and Ninja Gaiden Trilogy on my Vita. It feels so at home on there. And then when you turn it off and you turn the Vita back on, it's back to the way it was. There's nothing changed. And in order for you to do it, you got to go back to the website, hit the install button again. You wait for about 30 seconds, and then it's completely cracked again. So that's something that really excited me.
And Beasley never updated his PSP or PS Vita software again.
Ever again. No.
Fuck your update.
The cool thing about it is it's on the late. Look, that's probably what I'm going to be saying for the next couple months. But this is 6.0. And so if you're on your Vita and you're playing the latest games and you want to see what this thing is like, you just go to the website on your Vita browser, click install right there on the Vita browser. It loads, and then you see the little shit happening, the magic happening, and then your Vita's hacked and you have a new little icon on your home screen. You click on that, and basically you're able to FTP files from your computer to your Vita, and it's really, really cool. And I just want to talk about it. I'll let you guys know.
Saying Henkaku what? What was it again?
Henkaku.
Henkaku.
It's Henkaku. That's the name of it. But it's pretty damn cool. I didn't have any issue downloading it, and you guys let us know in the comments what you think about these types of exploits. And for our final bit of news, because Robbie didn't scour the internets thoroughly enough, during an act
called out. Oh shit!
I got fucking called out, man.
Robbie, you gonna take that?
I should leave.
We better watch out, Beasley. He's got a car now. He can come down there and kick your ass personally.
I got my license, bitch. Yeah,
check it out.
Down there.
Check it out. If you drive from Canada to Georgia, you win. As soon as I see you, I'll dap you up and say, "Good shit, man. You got it.
You got it.
Nailed it.
I give you $5. I give you $5 for gas money to go back home.
That might take me a week, yes, for a drive there.
Hardcore shit. During an Activision earnings call, CEO Eric Hertzberg says the majority of the team at Bungie is hard at work on Destiny 2 and has reconfirmed the game is on track for release in 2026. I'm kidding, 2017. I think Briar just dropped the deuce. He's oh shit, what? 2017 Destiny 2. Is this exciting, Mr. Rabbit?
Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm really hyped.
What is going to happen, though, if they release a completely new game? Does that, like, segment the audience from Destiny 1?
I have no idea how they're going to handle this yet. I am happy that they're using the term 2 in the title and not, like, Destiny,
1.9?
No, more like just like a subtitle. Like, all the expansions have had subtitles. Dark Below, House of Wolves, Taken King, Rise of Iron. I'm happy they're not going with a subtitle. I'm hoping that they're really going to say, this is Destiny 2. This is a new game, right? Your characters will move forward similar, like we've told you, but there's going to be all new stuff, like new engine, 60 frames per second, dedicated servers, custom matches, Forge mode. I'm hoping this is a cut and a new game, right? You'll always still be able to go back to Destiny, but Destiny 2 is brand new game.
Yeah, I completely agree. I really hope they just make that clear cut from this is not an expansion. Like, this is enough content and enough of an evolutionized game where we can call it Destiny 2. And we're going to show you why we believe that this is a true sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You know what? Activision and Bungie, fuck that. You shouldn't call it Destiny 2. You should just do what Hollywood does and call it Destiny Resurgence or Destiny Vengeance or Destiny Emergence.
Or Destiny.
Names.
That's like, it's going to be confusing, right? Because they've done subtitles so many times leading up. If they don't have a 2 on that title, then people are going to be confused about it. Is this another expansion? Is this a new game? What is this? I think they ought to have that 2 on there.
Yeah, I totally agree. That was satire, because every movie in Hollywood that's a sequel.
Unless they go Destiny 2 Die Harder, then that would be acceptable. Destiny Die Harder would be an acceptable name for Destiny 2. I would sign off on that.
So,
why not?
I very seldom nowadays have the opportunity to play video games with my pregnant wife. She's approximately almost 4 months along, and she still has washboard abs. I don't know how she does it. But last night, yesterday, I'll say the entire day, I had the greatest day on earth with my amazing wife.
Nice.
We woke up together holding hands and stood at the exact same moment. No, I'm just kidding. But from the time that's hardcore shit, Briar. If you ever see that in a relationship, you need to get away from those people. But we got up and we started playing video games all day long yesterday. Now, it had nothing to do with the fact that I didn't have gameplay footage for a lot of my videos, but we played Rainbow Six Siege, we played Doom, we played Uncharted 4.
Oh.
She watched me attempt to play the Banner Saga. And broke out the Super Nintendo and played some Mario Kart on the SNES. You guys imagine that? Yes, you guys remember how good the SNES was. And we just had a great time all the way up until around midnight of last night, until she couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But I stayed up till 4 playing games. It was just really, really awesome. It used to be like that all the time back when she was younger. She's only 26 now. But man, these bastards have fucked everything up.
I tell you, man. I got some life lessons to teach the youngins.
Kate was right. When I first met her, she's a little thug. She had pink hair in the back, and I was like, this chick is a thug. I had some skater shoes on and skateboarding around the neighborhood. And I was like, would you ever consider having kids? She's like, fuck no. I was like, all right. All of a sudden, now she wants to be the house maker. She got 2 and got 1 on the way and super excited about it. But yeah, these kids done screwed everything up.
Speaking of the N6 or you're talking about the Super Nintendo, you gonna buy that Nintendo thing that they got coming out?
Absolutely.
The new NES?
Absolutely.
Why are you buying that? Briar. Why are you buying it?
Well, I'm buying it first of all because I have 44 consoles in my house, and the one I don't have is an actual NES. Breaks my heart. I could have done it, but it's just one of those. It's just eluded me for years.
Yeah.
I want to have it because, first of all, it's not some third-party company making money off of ROMs from Nintendo. It's actually a Nintendo-sanctioned device. It's an actual Nintendo. It's small. It's an HDMI on it. You can plug it up and play, and of course do YouTube with it. It's got 30 awesome games on it, and I want to support it for the possibility of what they're going to do if they get the right amount of support. I want to see another Nintendo with 30 more games. I want to see a mini Super Nintendo with 30 games. I want to see a mini 64. Here's my question,
right? Is in your house, you have a Wii U, right?
Yeah.
You can already play all these games with a classic controller on the Wii U.
Yeah, bro.
Why buy this one extra console that just has these 30 games on it?
Well, buying this console with 30 games on it for $59.99 is a lot cheaper than buying 30 games on the Nintendo eShop.
Let's make the assumption, though, that not all these 30 games are the classics that we'd like to play. Like, maybe we'll boot them up once and never return to them. Maybe there's, let's be generous and say 10 games on here that we're actually going to play 1/3
Enjoy,
of.
Yeah.
Because we're not.
That,
Nobody in this podcast is going through Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, and finishing that bitch, right? That's not happening.
Oh, man.
I have no idea. I've never played those old games, so I'd love to try them.
some people stop when they get to that wall all the way to the left, but you got to drop and equip the red crystal, and then a little tornado comes and picks you up, and you're like fucking magic. You're in a
I'm
whole
just
new
saying,
world,
not all the games on here are, we're like I'm probably gonna buy this too. Let's be honest with you, but like I've been rationalizing in my head, like this thing is just like a mini NES, right? It comes with a classic controller, which I actually think is really cool because you get to play it with the control scheme that the developers had in mind at the time. But at the same time, like there's things out there like the Wii U, like the Retron 5, where you can actually collect the cartridges and play it on HDMI. You could actually go get an NES, which actually isn't that expensive. You can find NESs out there, pretty cheap working NESs. I don't know. Like I've been kind of toying with the idea. Do I really want one of these things, or would I rather go get a Retron 5 and like start collecting NES cartridges and SNES cartridges and stuff like that? Or maybe I should just be buying these things on the Wii U and get my retro game fix that way instead of like having cartridges filling up my house or another console filling up my house.
I guess it all depends on how you want to look at it, because if you want to add value to the Wii U, because right now, to be honest, the Wii U's we have don't get any play. It's like the girl sitting in the corner of the club with the glasses
Mario Maker,
on.
though. Mario Maker.
Yeah, well, I still haven't played that, but
you gotta play it, Beasley. It's so fucking good, man.
Buying games on the Nintendo eShop and playing them on your Wii U will give your Wii U a lot more, value in your house.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this thing is a novelty item too. I love novelty shit. I'd spend all day in Spencer's.
Are we keeping you up, Robbie?
Because I love novelty items.
Huh? Yeah. Just gotta wake myself up. Yeah.
What the hell's happening?
I don't know.
Stop rubbing that syrup on your face, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Beasley. Like I'm gonna get it. Let's be honest with you, but
for me, this is a novelty item.
Okay.
For me, it's like,
what the hell? Everyone just went silent.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me too.
All right.
I think.
I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because, like, there are other options besides buying this thing, and like I do see the appeal of it, but it's also like, it's $60. That's not no money, and there are other options to get these same games. If you want to get all 30 of them, all the other options are going to cost you more money. But I don't know. Not all the games on that list are like, classics.
Lots of them are classics too, though.
Yeah.
And buying those actual cartridges out in the world are going to cost you a pretty penny.
Yeah.
So for the people who don't have the resources to go on eBay and spend, big bucks for the original Metroid or Legend of Zelda, some of those games will cost you $60 by themselves if you try to buy them. For the people who don't have those kind of resources, this is a great alternative. And on top of that, you get an attractive, retro, modern Nintendo that can fit in the palm of your hand and plugs right into an HDMI. I think it's a great value.
Yeah.
And I think that
matter, and the length.
Absolutely, it does, Robbie. Absolutely, it does. And I think that if Nintendo's
take it from somebody who knows, like Beasley,
right, Brian.
His experience. I don't have that experience yet.
They don't call me the Black Hammer for nothing, guys. But I think that if Nintendo does well with this thing, they could move forward and release more in the future. I mean, would you guys like to see other iterations of this type of technology, like Super Nintendo 64s? Would you guys like to see a Nintendo 64 this small with 30 games on it?
I don't know, man, because like all of a sudden then I'm spending like 120, 180, 240 on these things, whereas I could just be picking like, just cherry picking the games that I want. And if I'm buying multiples of these things, then all of a sudden it becomes much more expensive than just cherry picking the games that I want out of the Nintendo store or out of like the local retro game store or.
Yeah, but like for me, like something up here, I'd have every little console just sitting up there side to side, and it would be an attractive collection for me. Some people like to collect stuff like that, and I definitely would. I would love to have a miniature GameCube, a miniature 64, Super Nintendo sitting up there next to my micro Game Boy Advance. It would just be an awesome miniature Nintendo collection. Some people are really into that stuff, and as someone who likes to collect physical media, I'm really into it. To me, there's no question about it. I see the value behind it. I like the way they've implemented new technology with the controllers and stuff. I mean, I'm 100% in. And everybody I know I've talked to on Facebook and Twitter about it, they're in on it too. Old school gamers who haven't played PS4s and shit, who grew up with us, Briar, back, the dinosaur days, watching the Red Sea get parted. They're like, okay, I'm definitely going to pick this up. I grew up playing Metroid. You know, I grew up playing
Moses was a beast at fucking Mario too.
You should have saw him play Pong.
Oh, he was good at Pong. He was pretty good at air hockey. I never actually saw him get into real Pong.
Table tennis. Robbie, are you all right?
I think he got so absorbed in chat that he forgot he was on camera there for a bit.
Yep.
Is he trying to get like the viewers in the chat off or something? Do it again, Robbie. Those are sexy little eyes you got there. Oh, okay, stop.
It's working on me. All right. With that, I think we should wrap up the show.
All right, so you guys...
I can just look at the camera all day long.
No, you should do that on your YouTube channel and just do it for 4 hours a day.
It's like an ASMR thing where he just stares at the camera for like 4 hours.
Let's have a 10-hour version of that.
No, like silence. No talking whatsoever, just stares.
Yeah, yep. For hours.
Let's all stare at the camera now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, that thing's got me excited, but it also has me thinking. Especially, Nintendo's new console comes out. It'd be cool to have like a portable console that I could buy virtual console games on, but also play them on the TV. You know.
Question, Briar: if any console from your past was to create something like this, I don't care about the medium or the way that the games are crafted, but they were able to make a small version of that old console with 30 of the best known games on that console for $59.99, which console would you pick?
So my answer is going to be the N64 because GoldenEye. But if they ever made this thing, you know damn well GoldenEye wouldn't be on there.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
and GoldenEye plays like shit, Briar.
What's that? Yeah. GoldenEye, yeah, but back in the day, man, that thing was...
I said, and Golden...
Robbie, stop typing.
It was awesome.
Sorry, just fucking stop.
You got Thor's hammer typing again.
Oh, I couldn't move my mic. Sorry.
Fuck.
I don't know.
I think he types with his dick or something, man.
The licensing on
for me,
Robbie, stop fucking typing, man.
That was on purpose.
All right,
I'm done.
All right. Yeah, N64. It'd be N64 because of GoldenEye, but I know that they couldn't get that license. They couldn't re-release that game. So, like, I guess I would go SNES because there's enough games on SNES. Yeah. But again, we're sitting in that same spot where it's up against the virtual console.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just like I don't want to duplicate. You know, like I like money. I like having money. I don't want to give people money that is previously mine, right? I'd rather have my money stay my money as much as possible.
I love the way you say this. Previously mine.
And like the NES thing is pretty neat, but at the same time, it's like I'm not gonna play all 30 of those games. I know damn well I'm not. I'll probably play like 5 or 6 of them, like for more than an hour.
What an idiot Robbie is.
Yeah.
It's for hurting
now, real quick before we leave, I just want to say that the console I would pick would be the Sega Dreamcast. I know it'd be a little bit harder to squeeze those games in there, but with the technology we have now, of course they could. And I would hope that they have shit like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Shenmue on there, Skies of Arcadia.
Oh, man, I haven't played that game in forever. I still have my Dreamcast. I still have
you want me to send it to you?
The game?
Would you play it? Yeah.
No, I probably wouldn't play it.
Guess how much it costs? $70.
Really? I think I still have my copy.
Well, shit. Yeah, it's a collector's item. It costs quite a bit of money.
That thing doesn't have an HDMI out. Like, I don't even hook it up anymore.
You can use your old Elgato to stream it and stuff. You know, it has that S-video connection shit.
It's not that difficult.
Yeah, and Robbie, I'm sure you like the game Seaman on the Sega Dreamcast. It was
all right, let's end this show. It has gone way off the rails. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you check out Beastly Gamers YouTube channel for all the latest news. Robbie, you got anything you want to pimp out today? Besides your new ASMR videos?
His ride, because he's driving now.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's end this.
No, I don't know.
Have an awesome day, guys. We'll see you next week. I'll be streaming all throughout the week as well. And have an awesome one. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Have a great week, guys. Thank you so much.
We'll have our news together next week, I promise.
Bye-bye.